What's going on? I ain't done one of these in a while. This is still sealed. Look at that. Heroes Illustrated issue 3. Put my glasses on. That could be a 3, that could be an 8. Issue 8. I didn't think issue 3 was that early on. And it's supposed to have in here. Exclusive top Zorro poster. All that shit, all this stuff. $3. I didn't pay. I paid half price. The booth was out. But after I got home, I noticed it's got a rip big enough that all the cards probably come out. That poly bag or that poly bag. So let's see. There's the comic. There is the Extreme Studios Dog Tag. I wonder if I can send off for that now. I've went through that Extreme Hero comic. There's a lot of stuff in there that never got published. I did. I'm pretty sure I've done a video on that. That's my second copy. All right, let's check this out. So we got what? Who's Prime fighting on the cover? Oh, it's Prime versus Hardcase. And like that's one of the strangers, and there's Rune. And I guess I don't know who that would be. Who drew that? I know that art, but I'm not sure. Okay, Hero was like the like wizard, but from the people that produced EGM. They're trying to give me a monthly. Let's see what we got. What we got? Don't care. What's Marvel advertising? Fantastic Four 387. Is that when? I think that's when Reed Richards died. Spider-Man 388. Peter's parents come back and die. Marvel Comics from 151. North Star 104. Yeah, North Star actually got a miniseries. He became popular. He got a little miniseries for a while. And this is by Simon Furman. Okay. Night Watch 1. I've got a pile of these. Punisher and Nom, The Final Mission. Okay, here's what I want to know. Okay, this is supposed to be his final mission. Now, there is Garth Ennis' Punisher Born, which is supposed to be his final tour over there. So which one? And this is by Don Lomax, so this should be good. And Joe Kubert did the cover. I want this. Oh, the Sandman trading cards. I hated those because they were big. They're too big. Danger Unlimited. Basically, FF in the future written by John Byrne, but he couldn't do it at Marvel. Legend. Never even heard of that. Top 9 artists: Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Joe Quesada, Sam Keefe, Mark Silverstreet, Dale Keown, John Byrne, Frank Miller, Barry Windsor-Smith. Yeah. Valiant Vision. Do y'all remember Valiant Vision? You put on the glasses and like the blues, the reds pop and the blues go deep. It works on any comic, but Valiant Vision comics it works best. Top 9 writers. Let's see what we got here. Frank Miller, okay. Neil Gaiman, Fabian Nicieza, really? John Byrne, Alan Moore, Peter David. Ugh. Jim Shooter, Lynn Straczynski. What was he doing at the time? I don't remember. And then Todd McFarlane. Really? McFarlane? This is 94, so no Bag, no Rick Veitch, no... God, there's so many people to be able to before McFarlane. So many, and Peter David. And I hear the Peter David fans get mad, what's wrong with Peter David? A lot. You got a huge fan base. Comic sales sluggish this fall. Yeah, the comic boom's ending, buddy. Previews with Rune. Jim Lee forms Wildstorm. Lightning starts a Zero program. Oh, Jesus. Valiant Month. Defiant. Oh, God, Defiant. Jim Shooter had left Valiant. Like, oh, great Defiant. And it didn't last long. Then he went to Broadway, and it didn't last long. Ninjak #1. Hits #1. I had it. Comic Defense System. Multiverse Trading. Madness Robot Fighter Next. This is one of those where great story, cool art, Steve Rude art. There's 2 issues. It's just, it didn't need to be $3 an issue. It should have been regular price. And I really think it was really overprinted because I find them all the time in cheap bins. Pretty good though. I mean, even if you're not a Valiant fan, if you like Nexus, pick it up. Pao Yat Chi from Adhesive. Never even heard of this. Tom King. Is that the Tom King that does... Wait, did Batman get popular? I don't know. Okay, Siphons. This was one of the first things from now that kind of... It ended and they brought it back. Okay, this one here, this stat from Majestic. I don't think this ever came out. Majestic was one where they did like a trading card set called Legacy and it became a series that didn't last long. Oh, look at that. Monster Massacre Bisley art. Clandestine, that's Alan Davis. That's actually really good. Okay, Spawns up to issue 16, which is Grant Morrison. Very cool. I don't remember if I've read those. 8 Ball's only on issue 12. Wow. The good, the whole thing. The bad, there are real damn pussies in the world. The ugly, virtually every other being in a Dan Clowes comic. Yeah. If you don't know the name Dan Clowes, he wrote Ghost World. Spider-Man 2099, issue 16, don't care. Melting Pot, I've got. Was it Kitchen Sink? I thought Tundra put that. 7 years in the waiting. Oh, great. Listen, okay, it's Kevin Eastman, Eric Talbot, and Simon Bisley are the artists. Kevin Eastman does the writing. A world changing a dim past is nothing but a succession of violent death and destruction. I don't know if anything that took this long could be worth it, other than maybe something by Crumb or Eisner, as Frank Kurtz writing us. The story of what there is fairly vague, only suggesting something better left unsaid because of the lack of a main character that we're sure of at this point is somewhat difficult to get into. The art styles of Eastman, Talbot, and Bisley contrast throughout the story on who did it, but the art still looks good. It reminds me of art from a heavy metal album cover turned to a comic. The good, the art again. The bad, the lack of a strong story. The ugly, how do children surround a world like this? I like this good, bad, and ugly, what they do with these. Okay. Y'all know I'm a fan of Lightning Comics. We'll see what they got to say about Lightning Comics Judgment Day #4. Superhero Team Judgment Day is trapped in hell battling various demons. Meanwhile, Hatchet grieves over the loss of his team and assassins go after Soul. This book needs work. For all the hype that went behind this company's line of comics, I expected a lot more polish, but what I got was a lot less. The art is amateurish and up to fanzine standards. The writing flits about with a little rhyme or reason. There are better choices out there as long as Lightning produces books to this level. The good with improvement, this book may be readable. The bad, the issues before improvement. The ugly, the possibility that this is as good as they get. This, man, fucking art for sale. Like, Dave, I mean, look at this. Dale Keown, Eric Larson, Silver Street. You can't get Silver Street art anymore, huh? 48, 49. Is that when they kill? Oh, yeah, this is right before Hal Jordan goes evil. Java Town by slave labor. Evil Ernie, issue 0. Evil Ernie become a theme of this, I think. Had Lady Death yet? I don't think. Bone issue 11. Oh. Zorro. This is not a bad little series. The Zorro comic from Topps. It's actually pretty good. I don't remember how. The art wasn't nothing spectacular, but it was a pretty well written series. Meozoic from Kitchen Sink. I don't know anything about that. Okay, Bound for Glory, Will Eisner. V for Vendetta, which, man, y'all should know. Okay, the good, all the above. A harbinger of great things to come from both writer and artist. The bad, after being tortured, you say thank you, excuse me. Ugly, 6 years between more start and finishing the story. Britain pretty much went to hell in a handbasket. Yeah, it started in Warrior and it finished at DC. Hero Insider. And there's some, it's okay. I think they made up a lot of the shit. I hate when they do this. That small and this big ass, make that art bigger. Oh, the Lethal Enforcer's gun. Remember those. Okay, this book. Oh my God, Hepcats. Hero and Wizard hyped the living shit out of this. I wanted to read it. Couldn't find issues because it was like a small press thing. Antarctic Press gets a hold of it. Oh, it should be easier to find. We're going to reprint the issues, and then the guys will finish. Because it like he quit publishing in the middle of a storyline called Snowblind. That's supposed to be like this big, amazing thing. They do the 12 issues, and that's it. I have scans of all this. I've read I own a couple of issues. Like, that cover looks real familiar. It's cool, and it is furry, anthropomorphic, so it's not bad. Martin Wagner, he just got over his head. Listen to this, man. Whatever happened to the Man-Bat Limited Series? In 1992, DC Comics announced that Jamie Delano, amazing writer, and John Bolton, amazing artist, were working on a 3-issue Prestige format limited series featuring the only man who is more Bat than Batman. We checked up the powers to be at DC and told us that the series would still be worked on. Given it's fully painted, this accounts for why it's taking so long. One change has been made, though. The project is now planned as graphic novel, but then the people who are working on it are first class, should be worth your time. Cud is great. Cud is really good. Really good and really twisted. Are you a fan of the Bravura Gold Stamp program? Here's the thing. I want Breed. I want Power. I got Breed. I want Power and Go out. Star Slammers. Dread Star, it's Peter David. Edge, it's Gil Kane, but no. Rocket Comics. A buddy of mine used this as an excuse to dress up for Ozzy for a costume. It's supposed to be a comic, animation, or comic strip based costume. In the works. Batman Spawn. Ooh. Pit! Issue 3, coming soon. Maybe not. Catalyst Agents J. I've read that. It's okay. Nothing great. Mark Nelson, I mean, I'm sure if you're an artist that helps. I'm not an artist. The Pact. That's what Jim Valentino, if I'm thinking right. Let's see. Firearms decent. Freaks is actually pretty good. Nightman's okay. Prime is great if you can get past the guy that wrote it and what he did. Look it up. I can't think of his name right now. Gerard Jones, I think is his name. I like these Fat Files. This was kind of neat about the Phantasm from the Batman Master of the Phantasm movie. Madness Real Hard. This one was cool because a lot of people did not know the history of Madness before the Valiant series. Captain America. I mean, I'm a huge Cap fan. What was... That's a little bit better. Arthur Adams, man. Art Adams interview. Holy hell. I remember reading Long Shot. I remember getting that annual. I want that creature. Remember that death. I don't have any of the Gumby stuff. I wouldn't have bought it back to Hero TV. I had at one time on an old YouTube channel that's now gone, I think episode 2 of this up, because Norm Brayfogle was in it and actually commented on he never got to see it and was glad it was out there, and then he died like a year later. I was like, yeah, I got to talk to Norm Brayfogle for like a few seconds. Amazing artist. Oh, what's our poster? Oh, it's going to be, oh, hell yes, Lady Rawhide. That was Top's version of the Bad Girls. Taking stock of Marvel Comics. Yeah. Look at all these books here. Vision West Coast, Quasar, Night Stalkers, Ghost Rider, the original Ghost Rider, Cage, and Conan. Conan, they just also license. Savage Dragon 8, I remember that issue. Codename Strike. That didn't last long. Alien vs. Predator. Having a wonderful Prime. Prime is a cool book. Mega Play, which is like their... that's Super Nintendo, and then they got a Genesis. And it's called Mega Play because it's the Mega Drive everywhere but the States, pretty much. This interview with Jim Starlin, I remember this. I had this issue back in the day, but this is about Breed and Captain Marvel and Adam Warlock. Really good stuff. Has an Alan Moore interview. I forgot that. Oh, hell. I have to sit down and read this. I just opened this. Oh, look at that. That's a Nuke Face. It's a Nuke Face issue. I just got through rereading the Swamp Thing a little more. Miracle Man. Zeozonically Speaking by Frank Kurtz. Mark Schultz is able to combine everything he loved to draw. He loved to draw into one of the best comics on Mark. And Zeozonic Tales, which we've not got an issue forever, but it is amazing. And you'll probably know it as Calyx and Dinosaurs. Okay, attention, this is great. Attention retail. Please take notice, there's no Spawn comic books listed this month. That does not mean we're no longer producing comics. We're still trying to cut down time between when you order a specific issue and it gets delivered to your door. This will limit your out-of-pocket expense between Spawn issues to a minimum. We've been behind ever since issue 1, which is listed as a May book, which was delayed and released the first week in June. And slowly over the course of the first issue, we lost another month. So the Spawn books were released at the same rate as they always been for the last 6 issues, so there will be no visible lack of product during any month of the following year. Shipping and production pending. Please do not flood the Image office with calls or letters. Spawn shall be at your doorstep every month for the foreseeable future, and solicitation of Spawn shall return as normal next month. Thank you for your time and your support. We appreciate it. Well, Image had to do that shit because, people are like, what the hell, where's my Spawn? Because Spawn was almost monthly. It's like about every 5 weeks. Oh, art. I've taken time in other issues to look up some of these people. I ain't going to do it this time, but that's not a bad Iron Fist. That's a weird slate. You got, Ultraverse, Marvel, Harris at the time, DC, and then Wildstorm. Or Image at the time. Another Iron Fist? Okay. Andy Mangalis. Oh, here we go. This is great. Fantastic Four finally. The all-day Fantastic Four film will not be going direct to video, as you may have read in other magazines. It opens theatrical on January 19th with a world premiere at the Minneapolis Mall of America, the largest mall in the country. A prestigious Planet Hollywood and lots of teen hangouts will make this mall a good test marketing site. With a charity tie at the regional McDonald's, the stars of the film are flying in for appearances. On the 21st, the film opened for both regular viewing in both Minneapolis and Nashville. Fantastic Four trailers are currently playing in Cineplexes, although a different one is on several Concord video releases, including Connoisseur, Luminous Media, and Dragonfire. Despite the James Horner music used in the trailer, the well-known composer won't be scoring the film. Eric and David Worth's The Liars Club will, using a full 40-piece orchestra, first for Concord. Okay, them trailers are on them things. I've never met anybody who saw a trailer for this in a theater. It did not play the Mall Americas, and it's never got an official release. You can find bootlegs. I mean, I'm sure it's on YouTube right now. But you ask around, somebody's got a bootleg. And I'll be honest, I've not seen all of Fan 4 Stick. But the two with Jessica Alba, this is better than that. And their Thing costume looks more like the comic Thing. It's got issues, but it's not nearly as bad as you would think. Oh, this is great. Listen to this one. CBS. Both Eric Larson's The Savage Dragon and Mark Evanier and Will Miglont's superhero team DNA agents are in development for an animated series of CBS. It's hush hush, but Fox has been in discussion with the new media about producing a Wildcats cartoon series. They ended up on CBS, if I remember right. One season. Syndicated cable. Oh, listen to this. George Lucas recently announced that he's not only going to start working on the next 3 Star Wars films soon, but he plans a 4th Indiana Jones film with Steven Spielberg and star Harrison Ford. Lucas plans to start the screenplay within the first 6 months of 1984. First up on his play is a feature film titled Radioland Murders, in which he will do 4 TV films of young Indiana Jones is not dead yet, and then finish a long and process project called Red Tails. After that, it's off to Indiana Jones 4 and Star Wars chapters 1 through 3. Okay. Red Tails, I think, ended up not being Spielberg early at all and came out way after the prequels of Star Wars and probably after Indy Episode 4. Mantis. Y'all remember Mantis? Their little anime section, Ranma Half. I'm like, oh, Ranma Half. I love Ranma Half. Gundam, I didn't know shit about. Some Godzilla stuff. And Dragon Ball Z. I get that for a whole generation. That's their first anime, and I totally get that. And you love it because it's the first anime you really saw. You get to watch it every day after school. It was cool. I get that. Imagine seeing it when the first time seeing it, you're like 24 years old or 25. You're going, this fight's lasted 3 episodes and there's been 3 punches. You know, it don't work for a kid. For a grown up. Kind of like how that one for me that I watch as a kid and hate now is Voltron. Man, Voltron's can't miss TV every day after school. You know, I got dropped off at the bus stop like 4 minutes before Voltron came out. I'd be running down that street to get in the house. Now, pop down, sit down, pull my homework, and do my homework while watching Voltron. When they put that shit on Adult Swim back in, 2005, 6, 7, somewhere around, I started recording and watching it. It was horrible. Power play video game. See, I didn't care about the video game stuff in here because they didn't need it. Oh, create a hero for the Ultraverse. I wonder if this actually... I don't remember that. The card stuff. I wouldn't mind the Universal ones. Those are pretty cool. Itchy and Scratchy. Figures. Now, I am a figure collector. Look at those Elvis figures. Megaton Man. If you love the tick, go look up Megaton Man. Amigos. Oh, man. Prices on some of this stuff back then was just ridiculous. Like $15 for Storm. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Focus on War World. That's actually kind of cool. All right, and we got our Hot Hero Top 10s. Back issues and new release. Okay, number 5, Dark Horse's X #1. The second monthly title launched from last summer's comic series, Heroes X, follows exploited Dark Horse's latest and greatest superhero. It's decent. X is not bad, okay. Number 4, Valiant's Shadow Man #0. This is actually pretty good. I got a copy of this. It ain't worth to me $250, $350, but occupying in the same position as last month's Valiant Or issue, Shadow Man Zero promises not to disappoint. Add another full wraparound Chromium cover, you got the great start to the Shadow Man series, even in its 25th release in the series. This title hits the guide very hard. Okay. Number 3, The Power of Shazam. The Power of Shazam presents on the long return of the original Captain Marvel, presented in a prestigious hardcover graphic novel filled with incredible Jerry Ordway art. It's not bad. They were hyping. I don't think a lot of people bought it. Marvel's number 3. I'm weird about Alex Ross. I think he's another one of them like Jim Lee, where I think Ross is great for covers and posters, but his storytelling skills just ain't there. Then X-Men 30, which is Jean Grey and Scott Summers getting married. I don't give a shit. back issues, Uncanny X-Men 266, which is timeline, the first appearance of Gambit, but publishing, it's not the annual that came out that summer, came out like weeks before it. Superman 75, yeah, it's not worth shit no more. Bone number 3 is probably worth more than that. Daredevil 316, that was the one that just blew up real quick because of the switchover, I think. And then Spawn number 1, $18 for Spawn number 1. I don't think it's worth that much, man. Maybe a raw newsstand. Look at that young blood. And then remember when War Machine had a book? I hope y'all, I'm going to show you the damn Extreme. I didn't get any cards in this one, but it's Extreme here. It's not many pages, and it's like Cybrid by, it lists Rob Liefeld's stories, pencils, creator, and Danny Miki doing the inks. Kiko Taganashi is the color. And a couple pages. It's not bad. It's typical Liefeld. Then we get Law and Order, which is, what is Cyberman? I guess this is Law and Order. That would be Myrick Michaels for everything but the inks. Code 9. Oh, man, Chap Yap for everything but the script. Oh, look at that gorgeous Chap Yap art. Chap Yap, when you can't afford Jay Lee or Rob Liefeld, Risk. Who's Risk? Oh, I forgot. I skipped Lancers? Man, how can I skip Lancers? Look at that. Richard Horry's everything but the inks, and then Danny Miki does the inks. Richie Horry wasn't Horrying out the inks. Risk is who? Chuck Jones, pencils, plot creator. Inks is Jonathan Seibold. Script is Kurt Hathaway. Don't care. Metaforce. Eric Stevenson and Jeff Masuda. I forget he did work there. And it's just a little behind the scenes thing. Some pictures. I mean, it ain't nothing spectacular. This is one where, like I said, a lot of this stuff never even got published. Because, like, I actually thought Cybrid was not horrible. And there was, like, Code 9, I think, was decent in here. I've read it. It's been a while. But, yeah. That's it. I'm out. Boom. Hit the stand. Make it shake.